The station other radio stations think they really are. We are Boom Radio.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is the Boom Bar right here on your Boom Radio NG, and my name is Dolupo. Yeah, the devil is a liar. All the people that want to take away my voice is a lie. You lie. Anyway, good morning. Like I said, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the bar, Bijo. One more welcome to the bar today. It's going to be very, very interesting. There are a lot of things that we're going to be talking about today. And with all that, there's definitely going to be a lot of gist around. Let's just say today is Drama Monday, because there's going to be a lot of drama that we're definitely going to be breaking down. The drama that happened at the Nigerian Immigration Office. There's a bit of drama with the Senate and the former president. There's drama happening in Edo State. There's drama happening there's a lot of entertainment stories about drama. Twin brothers fighting, a reggae person saying Afrobeats came from reggae. You know, plenty drama, Sha. We're going to be talking about a lot of drama today. So sit back, relax, and enjoy today's show. My name is Dolupo. If you're joining us for the very first time, I bid you a warm welcome. And we're going to be taking you on a journey today. It is the Boom Bar, where we give you everything: music, entertainment, sports, politics, and everything else in between. Everything else in between can be anything else, depending on where the drama carries us at this point. So enjoy today's show, and I will be in the studio with Charlotte Rogers. So welcome.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's always a pleasure to be here. Thank you for being there too.
Okay, so we're starting today's gist. Interestingly, we're starting today's gist with immigration. So there's a lot of immigration gist, and one of the issues that are on everybody's lips is the one where a woman, 3 children, and her husband decided to arrive in Nigeria, and then they get to the airport and the woman destroys her husband's international passport. However, there have been updates as the Nigerian Immigration Service has now called the woman, summoned her, because however, for people that do not know, now you know, it is actually a crime to destroy the passport. Although you pay for it, it is not your property. For people that do not know, it's not your property. It's a Nigerian property. It's the same way. It's kind of the same way with Naira. The Naira is your property. However, it belongs to the federal government of Nigeria. So, if there is an issue, and then you decide to destroy it. You know, people go to jail. People have gone to jail for mutilating the Naira. They just got back from jail. So basically, BT616 says Nigerian men are suffering abroad. That's it. Do we want to start that conversation this afternoon?
But that's what it's about, actually.
Anyway, Sha.
So that's the conversation.
So first things first, the immigration has summoned this woman, and if care is not taken, she might land in jail for claiming that, oh my God. According to him, he says, the man is a Beudani. Okay. So, Esther, what do you think?
It is Beudani. Don't be spoiling.
It's Beudani. It's not Beudani.
It's Beudani.
No, it's Beudani.
God.
Don't be using me. If anybody is going to correct my Yoruba, not you.
Oh God.
You. It's Beudani.
The people that know will correct you now. Don't worry.
Please, anybody people watching and listening, please correct. Is it Beudani or Beudani? Please, thank you very much. You are not the one that will be correcting my Yoruba. You of all people.
Oh God.
I know I'm not. My Yoruba is not great, but you like I do not agree. I'm so sure. Anyway.
You're so sure
Please.
of nonsense
No,
sharing.
I'm so sure of what I know, and I know that I'm correct. Thank you very much. We move. We're moving back to the gist.
After you have spoiled a slang from the street.
No, I have not. I have not.
You think everything is about basic Yoruba?
It is basic Yoruba.
Anyhow, I think BT616 has already set the ball rolling. He's dropped it from a bigger perspective, you know, and we'd like to lay the background for those who might not have heard or seen what happened or what transpired, you know, when a certain lady, apparently she's a content creator. We've never heard of her in my entire life. Everybody is a content creator now. It's the problem with smartphones and not smart people. All you need is that and some light. If you don't even have ring light, just knock it together. So as it stands, and sadly as it stands, the lady had been filmed, you know, destroying her husband, a passport, which we later found out was her husband's passport. And you in their party, the traveling party of I think 5 or 6, they had 3 kids. One was in a pram, you know, the husband was pushing that with the trolley and all of that, while she held on to the other 2 kids and tore the thing up and threw
thank you very much.
Threw it on the floor.
So BT616 says Dolupo is Shola half Fulani. Why did he say like that? Thank you very much.
You guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you for agreeing with me.
You guys are cool like that, but where I grew up in Surulere, that's our slang, Bewudani. We're gonna get on Bewudani, you know. So if you people want to be doing your core Yoruba thing,
it's not called Yoruba. It's
kudos to you.
It's why that's how it's.
You know, the bottom line is that the man is coming across like someone who is abused. In my own opinion, and the little that I've gathered, you know, sadly there's a video that also popped up after this woman decided to make them very popular by doing what she did at the airport. You know, there's a video of them where the guy is actually washing in a toilet or bathroom. The guy is pictured, you know, washing the woman's undies, according to the woman, and that she was mad at him for eating without permission. Then she picks a bucket of water and pours it on his head and all of that. But of course, there's a camera there, so you know that that's content, like that's acting, you get. And the guy made like he was going to eat her. Then she said, I dare you. If you try it, you'll be arrested, you'll be locked up. This is Europe. You think you're in Africa or something funny like that this is Europe. I said, yeah.
But looking back at what she did now, you know, she probably could have just set that camera and that incident might have been real.
It might have been real, you know, but it's obvious that, again, this person, because every video she's dropped has a logo, something TV, you know, so it's obvious this person is a content creator. That one is established. There's no two ways about it. What is funny and why it's worth discussing, beyond what we presume their relationship might be about or their home is about, is the ignorance she has displayed.
You know, the ignorance is serious.
By destroying a property of the federal government. And a lot of people never get this thing. When you collect your passport, read, it's written there.
So, you know that a lot of times people say, you tell me that I should not be teaching people bad things. However,
are you about to teach them bad thing again now?
No.
Okay.
Just listen to my angle.
Bad thing.
No.
Okay.
I don't think that the woman is very smart. Why? Number one, however, so BT616 says, Kini Sholawi, so that your husband passport you want to use, they do content. No, I think what SR was talking about was that there's an earlier video where they were in the bathroom and where she was doing all sorts of things. So it's not this particular one, it was a previous video. However, with the things we've seen now, I don't even think that one itself was content. Now, first things first, let's break it down. I will say that she had posted, at least I've seen one of the 2 videos that she posted after that incident, saying that the things that people are saying about her on social media and how she has endured so many things from the man, and even the man knew, and all that.
And he bought her an iPhone
and
before they started coming to Nigeria.
Before they started coming to Nigeria, and that's why the man
basically
could not
implying that the guy was bribing her as they were heading back to Nigeria.
So, which might not be a lie. However, I would have thought that her video would have put a bit more context to the things she claimed to be suffering in the hands of the man. The video I saw said nothing about anything. She was just repeating was all the things that she had endured. Mommy and auntie, whichever one you want to use. What things did you endure from the man? 2, you decided to do him strong thing and destroy his passport, according to her, so that he will not go back. See, this is why they say push go to school. It might take him a few weeks to get a new passport. And probably take him another few weeks to get the visa that he had on that other passport to be transferred to this passport. But remember that, and the passport and the visa, those things can be transferred. Like, once he has a new passport, those things, it doesn't go away into thin air, mommy. 2. 3, if you really want to do him strong thing and you want to stress him, you had to destroy that passport at the airport in front of your children and with so many witnesses. I'm guessing all of you came together. You could as well have done this drama without any witness. You could have...
And you're about to teach her a bad thing. Okay.
I'm not teaching anybody bad thing.
Live on international TV.
No, I'm not teaching anybody. I would say that there are probably, right in my head now, there are probably 3, 4, 5 smarter ways to execute this same thing without even him knowing. But no, you had to do it in the presence of everybody. With immigration
so basically
with
you,
the camera.
Dolupo, would have done this. The only difference is that you would have done it without people seeing.
I'm not saying I would have done it, but if there's a situation that warrants
that you destroying
someone's passport, I'm not trying.
You will not do it in public.
Yes.
But you just do it codedly.
I'm just saying, when you want to do something, I will still keep
saying. What is what?
Doing at all is what doing well.
Say it. Okay, that's good. That's recorded now.
Just say yeah.
It's on record.
If you're gonna do it smart. Or else, don't do it. Okay, so BT616 said Dolupo wants her to gist us about her husband. Wait, Shola, is Dolupo for or against this Kasala? See, I'm not for or against it.
I bow.
And the honest truth is, anybody, yes, I'm saying that our husband could be not nice. True. She said could get her own comma, but you see all this drama and you still don't have any concrete evidence against the man. I think you might just go to jail for doing, because after the video I watched, all the things she has endured over the years, and is it by force? Did they tie your destiny to the marriage? I don't understand. I'm sorry, or maybe I'm just being childish, but did they tie your destiny to the marriage? Why did you leave? Now you're probably gonna go to jail if care is not taken, because of a man that you said that has hurt you. So he first did his own. Now government will now do her own again. And see, I hope you know that if you go to jail, you probably will not be able to go back again.
What about the children, man? And the funny thing is that what this woman don't get is that she has already provided this man some kind of
this evidence
free visa. Like, imagine if the guy is on a visiting visa or some kind of limited visa. This is the video he needs now.
And now I need to go back. My life is in danger.
This woman wants to me, she wants to buy me.
I need this.
And the guy is I won't forget, he's gone.
I think that's what I'm saying. That's the part that is paining me the most. Auntie, no brain at all. Oh wow. BT616 says, all I want to say is that Dolupo would be a bad marriage counselor.
100% concur.
I'm not.
My mouth to say
no. See, I just like to let's have sense. That's my motto in life. Have sense. If you're going to be
even if it's for something bad, have sense.
Have sense. So have sense.
Wow.
Even if you have chosen to do something bad, do it with sense, so that at least you will not get caught. The minute you don't have sense with what you're doing and you let your emotions push you to be senseless, you could land you in jail. That's it. What you want to do it. If you don't want to do it, if you can't think of a sensible way to do it, then let it go.
Again, people should not be quick to make all these funny videos. Like, she's made 2 videos that I've seen, and the first one she was really angry. She was angry that people were dropping comments on blogs, and that did she invite them? Oga, you did something in public. You have invited.
You get my point. Everybody. You didn't even do it in just any public.
Another part of it where this woman was going off and on about this matter is that she seems to be really concerned about what people say. You know, like, why are they saying this? Why are they saying that? Then I'm looking at this woman like, oh, you did this in public again. You know, like, maybe we need to remind you that you brought your dirty linen.
All I'm just saying that
for the whole public to
if you want to learn some advice, hit me up.
Now, in the second video, and this is what I wanted to point out, she now goes ahead to admit on camera that she did commit a crime and that the immigration service should forgive her. Haven't you learned from Bob Dangerous?
Have you not seen? Is she bright?
You have already
Does
now said that
someone
you
that is
did
bright?
It. Because if the video that they showed did not show you why you were saying that thing, it's your word against theirs. Except they have CCTV to prove it. You know, a Nigerian airport, I've not been there in a while, so I don't know if their CCTV is working. You could actually get away with this case. But now, you have now made a video confessing. Do you understand? All because people shall want to be popular. You want you know, I have this hashtag that I was pushing and I'm still going to keep for clicks and clout. Obviously, you're still doing God knows what for popularity.
My own what is it called? My own hashtag, be bright.
Even when committing crime. Finish it. Let us know.
See, okay, I've heard you.
Let us know.
I'm just saying
that
it's either you don't do anything, or if you're going to end up doing stuff,
be
well. Smart about it.
Do it well.
Don't do it when there's so many witnesses.
A wise man once said, if you be governor, I'm well. If you be senator, I'm well. If there's anything like senate.
Yes.
Then if you be police, I'm well. And Dolupo is adding one line, if you be criminal well.
It's well. It's true. Okay.
Hey, the people that we share space with. Jesus. Let it be on record that I actually don't know this person. I just walked into this place and the camera and the microphone fell in my presence.
This reminds me of a video I saw a few days ago of an old woman.
And I'm just talking.
She was talking to her daughter. So the daughter asked her that, when you get to heaven, like, who's the first person you want to say? I say, Jesus, of course. I'm like, why? Like, I'll say thank you. I made it. I almost did. But at least I made it. Whatever thing comes after that.
That's what she's going to tell Jesus.
Like, oh my God. Oh God. So, okay, BT616 says, Shola, can you please interview Dolupo? She gets a stressing mind.
She get to
fear Dolupo. The fear of Dolupo is the beginning of wisdom.
I tell you.
No.
You see, it didn't take long for you to decipher. You're a wise man. You're a wise man.
I'm just saying
that you should criminal well. Abi?
Okay, but you know that she could literally be in jail now.
Literally, she will still go to court now. Okay. People don't just go to jail like that, Dolupo. No, they don't.
I don't.
No,
people.
They don't.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
we know they don't go to jail.
It's not a criminal offense.
it's a civil offense.
She has not killed anybody yet.
It's a civil offense.
She has not listened to your advice.
Wait, it's a civil offense, yeah? We were out here when someone mutilated the naira, which is a civil offense, and still spent 4 months in jail.
Did the person not go to court?
That's what I'm saying. But she
so
could
is
still
this
land
jail
in
that
jail.
you're already talking about?
Wait, hold on.
No, you have changed your
but
stance.
She could still land in jail.
This is you taking it back.
No, wait.
The first thing you said that she could be in jail
Yes.
now.
No,
now you now say land.
No, not now. She could land in jail.
Because you
if
can
that's
watch
what I
the
wanna
video.
say.
That's what you said.
So
though.
let me break it down a little bit for people that don't understand what I'm saying. So take, for example, you still want to destroy his passport. Example, you people, before you give Dolupo bad name, it's just an example. Just an example. You get to the house or what's it called? Or the hotel or whatever it is. The fact that she tore the passport, meaning that the passport was with her, Abi, you can even hand the passport back to him. All in the name of letting him know that your passport is with you. Then, of course, you know where he kept the passport. Do whatever it is you want to do with the passport. Do it without anybody seeing you. Dispose of it and let him be looking for the passport.
They're Nigerian people.
That way, it is not on your neck. You don't have any business with it. He doesn't know you have the passport. He doesn't know. Will he get a new passport? Oh, yes, he will. Will it stress him? Oh, yes, he will.
So basically, Sha,
Nobody knows that.
this is reminiscent of that lawyer lady in this TV series, How to Get Away with.
I don't know what you're saying.
How to Get Away
I don't know
with.
what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying.
Murder.
I'm just being.
You're just being
It was just
criminally
No,
minded.
it's just a hypothetical situation.
That you're advising women to do now.
No.
Once
I'm
again,
just saying,
a public service
if you want to do
announcement,
anything, have sense.
please.
That's it.
Anything you heard now is not hypothetical. It's Dolupo's opinion.
No. It's just a hypothetical situation.
You know,
Don't give me name that.
this your hypothesis will get you into trouble. Not Dolupo, you people that take our advice. No, don't listen. No. You know. So what it is, you know, we make light of it because we're at the bar, but we're still passing out an information. In all that you do,
have sense.
be careful not to destroy the Nigerian passport or any passport that is given to you, because you know they're just tiny things that can actually mess you up. Tiny things. The funny thing is, if this government is serious, this woman will have a day in court.
That's what I'm saying.
She will most likely lose the case, and she's looking at 6 months.
That's like you said. There is now a video of her officially admitting to it. Like,
you know, that's evidence there.
how-
So if the judge is lenient and looks at her as a first-time offender and says, you know what, 3 months,
boys,
which means at least 1.5 months, she will be away from her children and her phone. You know, because she seems to like her
and
phone.
you're
a
probably
lot.
never going to get a passport or a visa back to wherever.
Yeah,
country.
because you now have a criminal record.
I need someone that doesn't have common sense. Anyway, let me shout.
Actually, again, men, be careful, though. You know, this is for men, because this is coming from what I heard from a woman, and the video is out there, saying that she was just pretending and playing along until the plane landed.
Yeah.
That she knew she was going to deal with him, and she just wanted him to land in Nigeria. Now, this is the same person that is making skits talking about the strength of a woman based on the laws in saner climes, you know, in the country of Oyibo people. And the same woman now is now in Nigeria, abusing the law brazenly, waiting to get to Nigeria to commit an offense. Knowing that maybe if she had done this abroad, she knows
she would have
the
probably
implications.
landed in
So
jail.
this person, again, please, in case they come, Nigerian prosecutors, in case they come with a plea of insanity, is a lie. She's not insane. She cannot hide behind that.
Oh my
You know, she
God.
knows what she's doing. And, you know, please control your anger and don't criminal well. Don't listen to this one's advice.
I'm just being honest. Anyway, Sha.
They said I should interview you. So please make yourself available. When are you ready? Tomorrow's Boomba.
Anyway,
Tomorrow's
really,
Boomba.
like just please, I'm not doing.
You're
an
avoiding
interview.
the
Leave me-
interview.
I'm not avoiding anything. I'm not interested.
Okay.
Now, really and truly, we need to actually really be honest with ourselves also. And I think it's a major thing. So if you get to a point where you feel that you have to be vindictive towards the next person, you have to, it's not by force. See, I know for religious people, maybe Christians or Muslim and everything, they say that it's heavenly race, heaven is the goal. Now, there's no marriage in heaven. Neither is there a ticket to go to heaven.
Have you been there?
I don't need to be there.
Stop talking about what you don't know.
I know.
What if there's marriage in heaven?
I know. There's no marriage in heaven.
Prove it.
Read your Bible, you see.
I don't have.
Okay.
Buy for me.
Download it on your phone.
I don't have phone.
That's a lie. Anyway, please, people that are listening, people who listen, please, there's no marriage in heaven. If you think that the man or a woman is stressing your life this much, that will now move you to minutes of insanity that could now land you in jail, is not by force. Get out. I don't think it's worth the drama. Honestly, really and truly, it's not worth the drama. The fact that you feel that you need to do something to someone so that this person can go to jail, so that this person can stress this person out, is not by force. You see, we hear a lot of stories about women doing a lot of things to their husbands abroad because they have a better living situation, or because the laws favor the woman. I think that is completely unfair. Is why are you giving yourself that much headache? Just leave. It's really, honestly, not by force. I don't think it's that deep. It should be that deep, really and truly. So anyway, Sha, we'll definitely follow this matter. We'll see what the Nigerian immigration has to say on this. Talking about the Nigerian security system. The army has embarked on a journey to inspire and train Nigerians, willing Nigerians, in tree planting. This is not what you hear a lot from the army a lot of times, but you know, it is. I think it's a very good thing. The Nigerian Air Force has also destroyed 13 illegal refineries in the Niger Delta. The NDLEA had intercepted shipments of loud that came in from Canada at Lagos Airport.
A lot of parents need to be aware of what's going on based on this last story that she just brought up. You know, loud is a drug, definitely. And funny thing is, when you listen to Nigerian music these days, some really nice songs based on the beats and the rhythm and the flow are terrible based on the message. And they glorify the use of things like this. Loud is actually very popular now. They sing about it a lot. And at times, you look at the way it's almost in every song. If this is how much our artists are abusing drugs, it's going to be glorified for the young minds. And I'm worried. Now, the problem is I like Nigerian music a lot, and I'm torn between, you know, should we just basically self-censor some of these songs, or, you know, put out this caveat and let people be aware? Because, again, it might be a pointer to who's getting up to what, you know. And this particular loud, if you listen to Nigerian songs, it's there. It's there. You know, recently there's a song talking about wanting to go to Canada. That person is not the one Canada. There's another one recently that Mufet did Canada or something like that. Apparently, you know, they're talking about loud, Canadian loud. So let's be careful, parents, and let's be on the lookout. And their young ones, trust me, man, these things, they're going to do you more harm than good.
Yeah, so basically I just wanted to put that out there quickly. Also, now let's go on to the Senate, where there's a lot of gist coming from the Senate, and now the Senate has now come to dismiss the allegations of salary increment, salary fixing. So this is an allegation that was made by former President Olusegun Obasanjo, and he said a lot of things about the Nigerian system and how the National Assembly, especially the Senate, how they fix their own salaries at will. Now, the Senate has come to debunk that story, that story is not true. And he's had a lot of things to say in the past couple of weeks. And I've seen a lot of people say, yes, whatever he said was. And I've also seen a lot of people come to, would I say attack the man's views these days about how he ran the country when he was president, and then how he suddenly seems to have an opinion on how to run the country properly now.
There's a former Senate president. I like to digress every time to prove a point. There's a former Senate president who was a former two-time governor. Then he became Senate president after being in the Senate for 1 or 2 terms. And when he left, there was an interview that he granted talking about how, he was talking to a Nigerian / Kenyan basketball, coach, manager guy who is based in Canada. And that guy is doing amazing things for basketball. His name is Masai Ujiri. And he was talking to this person and he was saying, that they're going to make sure that they build different stadiums in different places and all of that. And I looked and I made a comment on the person that posted it on Instagram. And the person said to me, what I said was that, why didn't he do it when he was a governor for 8 years?
Yeah.
And was Senate president for 4 years? Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't he sponsor a bill or do something about building different stadiums? But now he's out of government completely. Do you understand? We know he was still going to contest again, but as at that time, he didn't hold any position. That's when he now remembers that they want to build. And the person told me, that I should stop talking like that the guy can pull it off. See, I will go back and revisit that because it's 4 years now. And nothing has happened still. Do you understand? They even said he has clout and he can do it without government. He hasn't done it. It's the same case with people like a former president of Obasanjo. We do respect, an elder statesman. But you were in government as a military ruler. You were in government as a civilian ruler. Because you can't say he was a president. The things that happened under President Obasanjo cannot happen under any other president again. It's not possible. Do you know how many Senate presidents were removed under this man? Do you know the things that they had to do, even military-wise? The state of emergency declared in certain states. Governors were removed. Man was running like he was a dictator. Now, you're out of government. You have tried to install several governments and failed. Now you are the one that is giving advice. The same Senate that you went to trying to get your third-term agenda and all.
Do you get that's what a lot of people are saying.
I think if he had been more serious about helping Nigeria, one, he wouldn't have attempted this rumored third term. That's one. And two, some of these things he would have done when he had power. And again, we can't deny the fact that he was instrumental to the installation of his successor.
Yeah.
And he still didn't get it done through that person. Come on.
Exactly. So that's...
We need to be serious about governance in this country. Now, to the message, because that's the messenger that I have talked about. Factually, it is actually not true that they get to fix their salaries. Abi?
Yes. And I think I would agree with you with it. You cannot say that you did so much when you were there, and then because especially this particular man seems to have, for the past 8 to 12 years, he seems to have something to say about how everybody else, especially, I would rather even listen to people that have never been president. They'll say, okay, they don't understand how the system works. My question is, what did he do when he was there? I saw, I think it was a few days ago when he said that he knows why the Nigerian refineries won't work or something funny like that. And I'm like, This man was president for 8 years, or at least the one that I was alive and well to see. He was president for 8 years. How come the refineries did not work then? But you suddenly have an opinion about why the refineries are not working now. Come on.
If it's a country that is actually serious about governance, we need to ask former President Obasanjo to come and account for the billions of dollars they spent without even adding 1 single kilowatt of power, to the Nigerian
Remember
grid.
that the power minister under him is in court for the Mambila power project as far back as then.
Exactly.
Let's stop deceiving ourselves.
$4 billion or so.
It's
allegedly. It's $4
about
billion.
$6 billion.
Just imagine.
So you know what? Let's just stop deceiving ourselves. We'll all be fine. Not saying that the Senate is perfect.
It's when they leave government that they now
they suddenly
have an
see,
opinion.
they suddenly see what the problem is. Not saying the Senate is perfect or not anything. I'm just saying that I'm not sure he's in a pretty nice position to attack anybody in government.
Yeah.
That's just it. At the end of the day. Now moving on from that, quickly. Now, I said that there's a lot of drama that we're going to be talking about. So, remember the Edo State Deputy Governor that the court had reinstated, and the government has said they were going to the appeal court.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the appeal court judgment is not out yet. However, this man has resumed office, and he has directed his staff to follow suit. But the government has said that he's impersonating the deputy governor and that he should be disregarded.
Okay, so what's the basis of the governor of Edo saying that Felix Shaibu is impersonating? Isn't he following a court order? Is it not the same court order that they were jubilating when there was a mention that his case against their candidate would not hold water? Yeah. Is it not the same court order?
Yeah.
So a part of that court order that favors them is good.
But the
one that doesn't favor them,
they've all not gone to Supreme Court.
Okay. Look, the sad part is how the people who are supposed to uphold the law are the ones who are basically disregarding and breaking the law and everything. And I would always want a situation where elected officials understand the constitution that has brought them into power, and use the powers there, to develop, their states, or their countries, as the case may be. But in recent times, all you hear about Edo is just controversy after controversy and all of that. And this is why elections always lead to a lot of trouble, because look at the rhetoric that's flying around. Look at everything already is tense. There's an election in Ondo. There's an election coming up in Ondo a few weeks after the Edo election.
The Edo election, yeah.
You're not seeing the same kind of energy. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
So why should the Edo elections bring so much? Remember that someone's convoy was attacked, and a policeman lost his life.
Yeah, it's
other people
it's very
have
sad.
gone through all sorts.
Today, also, there was reports of that was in River State. There was an explosion in APP's Secretariat in River State as well. So we'll see the drama that is happening in Edo State. So, according to the government, they're saying that this case is still in court.
Yeah, but there was a pronouncement by the same court.
Yeah, and they're calling that judgment purported, that they've been. It's
There's
now
purported.
the appeal court.
There's nothing purported in law now. What's purported when a judge made a pronouncement?
So I think I kind of agree with what you said, that we should also, if that judgment is purported, then the one that you're carrying around with should also be purported.
Yeah, until you get the final.
Until there is a final judgment
at the apex court.
Exactly. So, but we'll see where all that drama is going to. But before we leave Benin or Edo State, the University of Benin has now banned hot plates and ring boilers in hostel, claiming that they're planning to reduce energy costs.
Please, this is ultra-vires. This is very wicked. This is evil. This decision by the school authorities is very, very wicked and draconian.
Okay.
I can tell you for free that the hot plate and the ring
saved
boiler
lives.
saved lives.
Saved lives. Yes, it did. Honestly.
Do you?
But
Do you know that you can cook beans with ring boiler?
what can't you?
Do you know you can cook rice? In
Ring-
fact,
Wait, you are not understanding. Ring boiler continues boiling. You can.
I
You
can
know
tell
those
you
electric kettles that you will cook a whole meal. What are you saying?
So I can tell you, I know someone that actually attempted to make soup with.
It will cook
With it,
now. When
yes.
you think about it, it will. The only problem is that you know how to place it well. Two things is either because you can't even place it in an iron thing because it would conduct electricity.
Yeah.
So you have to place it in a plastic container. However, if you're not careful, you don't place it well, it will burn the plastic container. Oh God.
The heater that became a general thing in homes later, not every home had it. I remember that we would heat water with that ring boiler even when I was way younger. And you just put it at the edge of the bucket.
Yes, now.
And you make sure that the water gets to a level on the ring boiler. And you don't let the water, if it drops to the part where it starts to show red like this, your bucket will melt.
Your bucket will fry. Fry. Not
So
melt.
we lived with the ring boiler now, and it did us well. Please, Mr.
But can I
VC.
say something? But can I say something?
Let the children.
Can I say something? But in this time of bad A light, if you use those things,
But they are
you're
students.
better.
They go chop.
I honestly think that
Honestly,
it's a cheaper, way cheaper form of cooking for students, because if you ban those things, that means that they're probably going to be using things like kerosene and gas that will cost them a lot more. With
the hot plate was very useful too.
Because you don't. That's what I'm saying. Because you don't pay for power in school. Those things are literally lifesavers.
Then again,
Now-
let me just women. What happened to this metal thing that you people used to burn your skull those years?
What metal thing?
Those things that they used to put it in fire like this. They will now
Okay,
use.
I've heard about those things. Never used it in my life.
Oh, you heard me?
Yes, no.
Okay, sorry.
I've never used it. I've heard from
Older people.
older people how that thing would burn you. But
Don't move your head
it is
anyhow.
a way to, instead of relaxing your hair, I
Yeah.
don't use those things. Nah. I don't know how. Funny enough, I'm not even sure I've ever seen one. I've never seen one. Is the new ones they have now that are actually electric.
The tonguing.
They're electric. They're actually hot combs that are electric. That's the one. But those local ones that I've never seen one before.
You're missing.
No, I'm not
We
missing.
will go and look for one for you. Or fabricate one for
I'm
you.
okay.
You must experience it.
Nope.
Maybe it will reset your skull
What's that supposed to mean?
or your brain.
I'm okay. Thank you very much.
And you are teaching people criminality.
I'm not teaching anybody criminality. I just made
Now I know
hypothetical
why.
situations.
It's a lack of hot comb in your life.
Hypothetical
if hot comb and burn your
situations.
head once or twice, your head goes straight.
They were just hypothetical situations.
But
Anyway,
but please don't ban.
I honestly
hot
think
plate
that
in
maybe
Uniben.
another thing that the university could do. Oh, Bukola Bedubi is attested to it. She said that thing was a killer. You can't move.
If you move, it will burn your ear. Let's say they are just bringing it down like this.
Oh my God.
Technology. Please, Uniben, don't ban hot plates.
I think that another thing
and ring boiler.
they can do for people, and I think maybe if you provide, like, take for example, I remember in UI, I think in hostel at a point they banned those things. There are kitchenettes in the hostel. What I would say is, if you're going to ban these things, provide cookers that are installed permanently in this kitchenette, and then let people take turns.
Electronic cookers.
Yes.
Preferably.
Yeah, and let people take turns. That way you can, and maybe you say, okay, your cookers will be on between.
And they'll probably consume less power.
You say, okay, your cookers will be on between 7 and 9 a.m. Then it's off, and then maybe in the evening the cookers will be on between 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. So everybody, do you understand? I think that is also a way. That way you provide for everybody.
Sorry.
Or if you don't, then you get maybe gas or whatever for yourself.
I'm just seeing scenes of us cooking beans with ring boiler. I just can't get over it.
So, but if you don't want your stuff
it's
stolen, carry what's it called? Carry so in a kitchenette you can have 10, 15 burners at the same time, and then different people would, you can't all cook at the same time.
Okay.
I think that's probably would be an easier way, because the honest truth is that those things are literally lifesavers. That way you don't have to think of buying kerosene or buying gas and all those things. So if you don't use it,
there are no fumes, from the kerosene stove.
It's really, they should just rethink it, please.
And gas is gone back up again.
Yeah.
12.5 kg is 15,000.
They should please rethink it. Thanks very much. God will bless
Thanks
them.
a bunch.
Now, moving on from that, let's talk a bit about there's still more drama to talk about, actually. First things first, maybe move to a bit of entertainment, as I don't know, for people that do not know, P-SQUA has re-scattered
They are
again.
unsquared.
Again.
Square is 2, Abby.
Yeah.
They are squared.
They are unsquared.
P single.
Now, the issue with them now is that, so for the past couple of days, one of them, I think Rude Boy, has been granting some interviews and talking about how his brother arrested him with EFCC and all of the things. Now the other one has now come out and written an open letter to his twin brother. And I think that after reading it, the funny thing is that I was looking for his, what's it called, on Twitter. I went a lot. I think you even sent it to me. He didn't open. Apparently I had blocked him. I don't know for what reason.
I know why.
I don't know, but
I won't say it.
He had been blocked. So
you will still be interviewed. BT616 has made a request.
So basically, it took a while before I got around to reading what he wrote, and I think that what he wrote made a lot of sense. And what he said, it wasn't more about trying to explain himself. It was more about how both their decisions has really impacted negatively on who they are as a brand.
Yeah.
They was saying that how he as a solo artist, how his brother as a solo artist, have they ever done anything as close to what P-SQUA did? Are they packing stadiums and packing arenas the way P-SQUA did? Are their songs ever as big as what P-SQUA did? And it's true that them going their separate ways, they've gone back to being the little time that they came back together. It was like as if P-SQUA didn't go on break. They just went ballistic all over again, and then and I think it was quite a very interesting take on what he said. It's enough for his other brother to have a rethink, really and truly.
The truth is, no matter what they do or say, they will always be brothers. That's one thing, unlike other bands that break up and, they go their separate ways. We know what happened with Two-Face and Blackface and Faze, But these ones, they are connected at the hips, literally, because they're actually twins. So no matter what they do, it might be hard for them to actually, it's looking like that, to have some kind of single career, especially when they broke up with Fight. People will just be like, nah, just bring back P-SQUA.
Exactly.
Sentimentally, nobody's listening to the good stuff that anybody's doing individually. And it's true that I think they're going to struggle. Look at the numbers that they get as a group and look at the numbers they get
individually,
separate, as individuals. I feel for them, and I it would be also stupid of me now to pick a side, because how does it make sense to you? Because these are brothers. If
they're not just brothers, they're twins.
Tomorrow morning now, if they come back together,
they're twins.
Own,
that's it. They're twins.
So they have an older brother, Jude, who I think has a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying that Jude is supporting one over the other, but they should just look for a middle ground.
Yeah,
they don't. And again, you can't force relationships. You cannot force marriage. You can't force partnership. You can't force anything, because if you do, it will not work.
Yeah.
So I just pray that, they find somewhere, some kind of middle ground. If not, let everybody run their race.
Yeah, that's it. Quickly, just wanted to just go through a bit of this with international news before we go back to all our pledges. So, Rwandan President Paul Kagame has been sworn in for the 4th term. Iranian President has quit. Iranian Vice President has quit just after 11 days in office.
11 days. Query
at all. Anyway, it's not former Vice President.
There must be a story behind that thing.
So there is basically like a cabinet issue. Saying that there is, according to him, there's a bit of external influence in the cabinet and all that, but it's obvious the man is not having whatever it is happening at the moment. Now, going back to gist, and this I think is what probably we probably need a bit of explanation. So, Jamaican star Buju Banton over the weekend had an interview and had accused Afrobeats of biting off dancehall without paying respect to it, saying that Afrobeats have paid respect to a lot of other African genres and that it's definitely took from reggae, dancehall, and they're not paying respect to it.
There's several ways to look at this thing. First things first, I'm a massive Buju Banton fan, massive Buju Banton fan. Prayed for him to come out of prison. He did, and he's been doing music ever since. And, him coming for Afrobeats made me look at him in one kind eye. Like,
yeah,
it really means that Afrobeats is doing very well.
Yeah.
That's
the conversation.
For a Buju Banton to feel so entitled to some kind of, rep. I saw a part of that interview, that podcast that he was on, where he was saying that reggae uplifts people, reggae sings about the struggle, or reggae sings about romance, but that we should point out one single song where Afrobeat is, being conscious or whatever. And I said, you see, that's the part
that's the difference.
That hurts. No, they exist.
Yeah, they do.
It's because you don't know. Mm-hmm. And the sad part is maybe because it's probably listening to Burna Boy more, because Burna, of all the top Afrobeats or Afrofusion stars, it's Burna that has that reggae, raga tendency.
Yeah.
And the Burna you're talking about, or it might be referring to, is very eclectic. One moment the guy is, on his reggae raga tip. The next moment is solely on his amapiano. The next one, is on his fusion and all. So again, I think that Buju Banton, what he said was completely unnecessary. But again, what is Afrobeats with the S? Afrobeats with the S is something that has still not found its real name. It's something that is evolving. But that's why I like to tend towards Afrofusion, because it is a fusion of different styles and genres. But that doesn't necessarily mean that people should now form an association and carry yam and beans to Jamaica, Mr. Uncle Buju.
So
because there's a reggae flow in this particular song, receive your sacrifice.
So for me, when I saw this, and I now sat down to think about it, that when you think of reggae, when you think of dancehall, even though, yes, there's some that are conscious, there are a lot of reggae songs that are not conscious music. That you cannot. Also, if you really check and see, even from the idea of Afrobeat to Afrobeats, there is a lot of infusion of a lot of things. When you listen to reggae, you can almost always decipher this is reggae. There is a baseline with, do you understand, with reggae, whether fast, whether slow. That box you cannot put Afrobeats in.
No, you can't now. It's a fusion of different sounds.
So if you now say that Afrobeats, then it should have a baseline of reggae, but it would not. In fact, if you see Afrobeat song that has, you say, okay, there is a mix of reggae in this song.
The first thing that crossed my mind when I saw Buju Banton's video is to say, hey brother, are you forgetting that you're also African? Do you understand? even as the song African with African Pride, and it was mentioning different African countries, the same Buju. Do you get? So suddenly now that there is popular African music, they
Then
need
there's
to
a
come
problem.
and pay homage
There's a
to you or
problem.
whatever.
I think that
but
is
you
ridiculous.
forget that even you, sir, you are African. You know, your roots, everything, it's from here. So whatever you think you might have gotten onto, you didn't even create. You came in the Raga era, with Bob Marley's and Peter Tosh of this world, you know, and Bonnie Spear and all of them actually done all the work, you know. But they are Africans too. That's the thing. At the end of the day, brother, you're African.
Yeah. And you know, interestingly,
So where's the competition?
If you really see, if we even just look at it musically, and we say Afrobeats and maybe it being a Nigerian sound, if you look at a fusion, I'll say that Afrobeats has a lot of fusion of the local Nigerian music, which has more of percussion. If we go back to reggae is more of chords than percussion.
Yeah, reggae is a fusion too. You see, there's like the raga part where you know, it's the beat. Dum 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 dum. You know, so there's that part of reggae too that is a fusion. Like people like him, you know, that's what they were really pushing and all. So I still say that you cannot box this music. I still have a problem with calling it Afrobeats. You know, I want Afrobeat to stay on its own, as this is what Fela created.
Yeah.
And this Afrobeats, the reason why you cannot put it into one genre is because when Wizkid sings a reggae song, they still call it Afrobeats.
Afrobeats, yes.
When Olamide does a street up, they call it Afrobeats, and it's rap. When Reminisce does a drill song with some drill artists with Odumodo and Co, they still call it Afrobeats. Do you understand? And that's a problem.
That's a problem.
It's a big problem because there's no such thing. You know, so maybe under Afrobeats, you know, this, because again, it tends to affect the people who give these awards and stuff. And you say it's Afrobeats and someone has done something that's solely Amapiano. It's not even, it doesn't have a Nigerian flow. A lot of the Amapiano that Nigerians have, you know, created would always have the, you know, the Nigerian flow and rhythm to it too.
So we'll definitely, I think that Daddy should just slow his roll at this point. Anyway, a Tanzanian singer, Mandojo, has been killed after being mistaken for a thief.
Sad though.
I think that's really sad. Quickly before we leave that, William Masvinu has now won Mr. Ugly competition for the 5th time in Zimbabwe.
How is that possible now? Why are they allowing him come back every year?
Honestly,
How will they discover new ugly people?
I saw that person and I'm like, okay, not like he's a very fine person, but I'm like, this is the ugliest person you have. Okay.
His ugly is not ugly anymore. Maybe he started making money because there's a way money
watches
ugly.
That was a day. Yeah, you know? There's a way money just makes you fine.
Ugly.
True. Maybe that's what is it, because
you know, but
I think I've seen ugly people.
Again, the organizers are saying that they're trying to encourage people who might be considered or consider themselves as ugly and all. So there's actually a competition, a beauty pageant.
Yeah, beauty. Although an ugly pageant.
Yeah, it's still beauty.
It's still beauty, chat. That's it. Anyway, let's move on from that quickly before we go. A bit of Olympics. So the Olympics has officially been concluded. So we have like about 2 minutes left. So what's your conclusion with Team Nigeria not coming back with a medal?
Team Nigeria, they did all they could do. A big shout out to Coach Rena Wakama, who was voted the coach of the tournament. You know, she did an amazing thing, and she's very young, and she has a team that can still go places. You know, if everything is put together. However, you see, if you go and dig a video that we probably made 4 years ago, we might have discussed the same thing and always go back to the same thing over and over again. Nigeria will not succeed at this type of tournament until she does the grassroots sports development and she creates an entire sports value chain, you know, that caters to everybody's needs. You create proper, you know, camping situations for them. you need to build more stadiums and more training pitches. You need to give them their training grants and everything. And you must plan ahead.
Yes, starts for the next Olympics now.
There's medals in bicycle riding, BMX. And Nigeria, where boys we sabi ride bicycle well. We didn't do any of those. There are other sports that we could have actually picked medals from, but you know, we always concentrate on all these other popular sports. Yeah. But again, we need to get planning now.
Now, yes.
I spoke to a Nigerian boxer before I said the last thing about this. I spoke to a Nigerian boxer who had gone to train in Cuba. You know, they were going to the Commonwealth Games and they were going to spend a couple of weeks, I think 2 or 3 months in Cuba. And they met some boxers from another country there. And they trained together and everything. And when they were leaving, those guys stayed back. And how are you not coming to the tournament? They said no, that they were preparing for the next tournament.
Wow.
Nigeria only went there for 2 months or 1 month. Yeah. And the ones they met there are preparing for the next 4 years time.
4 years time.
Why wouldn't they beat us?
I think that's it. Planning is definitely our number one issue. So we'll see how that goes. So on that note, that is all we'll be able to take today on The Bar. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much for the comments. We'll be back in tomorrow at 3 p.m. West African time to give you another wonderful edition
comment, share
of The Bar. Do have a beautiful, beautiful day ahead.
Peace.